Alright, so my chapter 2 video, which was about federal debt. So the first part, my notes are like all over the place for this one. So there's a lot of history for federal debt. And you find a lot of like back and forth things online. So some things said that Truman had the largest increase in public debt. Other people said Obama and Bush and Reagan and Trump and all these other people. So the biggest period of growth is really conflicting. I think it really just goes about, the difference between the two, what they were faced with at the time during their presidency. A surplus, the last surplus that we had was from 98 to 2001. We've had a pretty steady deficit from like 09 to 12. Let's see. So the negative effects for, I guess, the country more so would be that when we're in a deficit and there's a lower demand for foreign countries and all the other people that help put money into the federal budget, it puts negative pressure on and it lowers the value for a dollar. So it's not as appealing to foreign investors. So when it gets too high, foreign countries tend to pull out. Recently, it has increased about 20% with Trump's presidency, which is a whole nother controversial subject, in my opinion, because of everything going on. I really think that every presidency has their struggles, and that's going to greatly affect the federal debt, to be honest with you, everything that they're faced with, and having to pick up the pieces from the presidents before them. So I think that the federal debt affects us every day. When the economy is not thriving, it makes it harder for small businesses to stay afloat. It makes it harder for any company to pay their employees, which makes it harder for employees to put back into the economy. So, if you can't afford your normal day-to-day expenses, then you're not doing anything to help the economy because you're not paying for gas or electric or all of the other things that you have to survive. Personally, I don't think that the amount of federal debt will ever get better. We will always, as a nation, spend more than we have. If we didn't, I just don't think that our economy would ever grow. You have to spend money to make money, and sometimes people spend more than they should on things that they expect to help grow money, and it just doesn't. It affects my children personally every day because every single thing that we do in our nation and other nations are doing right now is going to affect the next generation, which would be my children. So hopefully I didn't ramble and talk too fast because I tend to do that.